Starting off with a search on Amazon for color by numbers, animal for kids, you find cute animal color by number, coloring book for kids ages 4 to 8, BSR 28,069, animal color by number for kids ages 4 to 8, coloring by number coloring book, a BSR of 49,019. And then we have color by number for kids activity book, 50 animal themed coloring pages for children ages 3 to 10. Notice this is only 50 animal themed coloring pages and it has a BSR of 2,325. Click to take a look inside color by numbers for kids activity book. The focus here, in my opinion, is on the keyword activity book, so it's more than just a coloring book. As you can see, something that makes this unique is this black or darkened page with a quote or a fact. Lions are the laziest of all cats and can sleep for 20 hours each day. Now, in my opinion, this page isn't going to matter that much for the children. Of course, they've themed this ages 3 to 10, which is quite the wide range. But if you actually get to the coloring page or the activity in this book, it is just this, a simple page with numbers so you can color by the numbers. And at the bottom, they've added 1 is blue, 2 is green, 3 is orange, 4 is yellow, 5 is white. And then again, the darkened page with monkeys love eating bananas, but they eat a variety of foods. So if you go back here and look, this has 4.5 stars. It was published January 14, 2021. This is October 18, 2021. So this book was published rather recently, and it has 255 ratings. One of the ratings here in the middle of the page, 5 stars, great quality. Each page is dirty with a black backing so that markers do not, and I believe that's supposed to say bleed through, and heavy crayon pressing does not impact the next page. The review above that one, 4-year-old loves it. Super cute, easy to color, and good sized images for our 4-year-old. I had to read her each color at first, but the colors are usually associated with the same number, and now she is recognizing the words. Also love the little facts about animals on the back of each page. Great buy. So you can see here color by number for kids, activity book with 50 animal themed coloring pages for children, ages 3 to 10, has created something quite unique. Not really sure it's an activity book, but just a coloring book. So that got me to thinking about what types of activities could we add alongside color by numbers. As you can see here in the first page, I have color by numbers, then I have a dot to dot, I have a cutout, I have what will be a cutout or a puzzle. You can see here, this is the puzzle right here. This could easily be a cut and paste. You could cut out these images here and then paste them back on page number 4. Also here on page 6, I've created a search and find it or a seek and find, whichever wording you need to use to make sure that you're not violating any copyrights. But you can see here there's a simple task of finding each one of the characters, and then you have all the other images with the characters in there somewhere you need to find. Of course, this is simply just a matter of creating the pages with the images and the dot to dots and the cutout and the images for the cut and paste, and then the search and find it. And this all comes down to getting the images and having the tools to create each one of these pages. So for the images, I wanted to show you something that's for sale called Tribal Animals Color by Number, which is the image that you saw there in Canva. Here you can get 90 studio quality done for you color by number pages. And as you can see here on the listing of everything you get, when you purchase this, you get 30 studio quality color by number pages, 30 coloring pages with SVG files, and 30 PNG transparent images. It also comes with a commercial license, meaning you can use these in your books or any other way you want. And here's what you'll get. Module 1, here are the 30 studio quality tribal animals color by number pages that you can see right here. You'll notice that I modified this a little bit over on Canva, and I'll show you that in a second. But I want to show you also that you get these pages. And in Module 2, you get the SVG files and the JPEG files, again, all with a commercial license. And then in Module 3, you're going to get 30 PNG transparent tribal animal illustrations, again, with full commercial license. So of course in Canva, I just uploaded these over under Uploads, and I uploaded these images that I created right here. And the tool I used to create these images was over in Puzzle Publishers. As you can see here under Software, Search It, Find It is the tool where I created the Search It, Find It, or the I Spy, or the Find and Seek, or the Hide and Seek. And you can see right here, you simply just click on one of these right here after you say none on the find objects, and then you simply click, and then you select the images that you want to be the find objects, and then scroll down here and you can see the fill objects. You can see I did the exact same thing. I just select the objects that I wanted to be the fill objects, which are different. If I click show solution right here, you can see that it makes a solution page if you wanted to include that in your activity book. And you can see the two characters right here that stand alone and are the ones that have to be found to complete the puzzle or to complete the activity in Search It Find It, again in Puzzle Publishers under Software. You can see here that they have Search It Find It, Simply Cut Out Crazy, Simply Maze Crazy, Word Searches, Dot to Dots, the Daisy Editor, Crazy Hangman Builder, Robot Crazy Builder, Mandela Crazy, the Crazy Stretcher Pocket Edition, as well as the Print It, Cut It, Solve It. I have a playlist. I'm going to leave a card up in the right hand corner. You can click on that, watch all these videos to see exactly how each one of these tools work. And of course, this first page was the page that I edited. And you can see I put the color by the numbers on the bottom and the image on the top. That was simply just a matter of cutting and then editing it here inside of Canva. If I go back to full screen, you'll see that this is the image right here. I simply just cropped out the top, moved it up where it's off the screen, and then added the cropped image right here down at the bottom. Page 2, in this dot to dot example, you can see here, you can see a light gray outline that I left in case you were targeting the younger crowd and they wanted to see the line, or you get rid of the line altogether. Of course, to do that, just simply go back to Puzzle Publishers inside of the software, scroll down to dot to dot crazy, click Access Now, scroll down to get a little bit of canvas. Of course, this is going to be as big or as small as your screen. I'm actually on a MacBook at this point, so the screen is kind of small for this recording, but you'll get the idea. Select the image that you want to create the dot to dot. You can see right here. You can then zoom that image to make it bigger or smaller, depending on what you like. You can also change the transparency. You can darken that. And then you can load here what is a inner image. You can see what will happen here is if I want to load the inner image, I can load that up. And then what will happen with the inner image, you can see as I zoom that inner out, this is actually an image that you can then change the transparency. And you could make this into an outline of the other image. Of course, if you snap that together, you can see that that lines up right there. And then once it's lined up, you can see that you can move that image off. And then of course you can change that image transparency on the inner and outer image. Of course, in that playlist that I showed you, I go through this in great detail of exactly how to use this tool. But the general idea is you select Create Dots. It adds the dots for you. And then you simply just start making the outline right here. And then you have a final product like you see right here where the dots go and you have the outer image, the inner image, again, that light gray interior outline if you're targeting the younger audience. So they actually have a line if they don't know their numbers. So really at that point, they're just tracing from dot to dot, not really counting the numbers. The next one is the cutout image using the same image for that rabbit. Again, go back to Puzzle Publishers, go to Software. Here we're looking at Simply Cut Out Crazy, Access Now. Then when Simply Cut Out Crazy loads, again, scroll down a little bit here. Again, I'm on a MacBook, so I don't have much screen real estate. The bigger your monitor, the easier this is to do. Click Load Image. We'll grab that same image. We'll click Open. And you can see this right here is just that simple. Load the image. It creates the dots. Of course, the dots can be a solid line. The dots can be a dash, or the dots can be a dot. The line color here can also change. You can see red, green, or blue. You can also take this back to black, and then you can change the width. So you can see the dots growing there or the dots scaling up. Again, in the playlist, I cover this tool and exactly how to use it. Back to Canva, you had this sort of cut and paste idea where you can see here that this image of this rabbit sort of has a break in it. So it could either be cut out or you could use this image, and then you could use the second image as well, which are the pieces. And then you could have the pieces be the cutout, and then the image here would be the place where they would paste it back on. To do that, go back to Puzzle Publishers, Software, scroll down towards the bottom, Print It, Cut It, Solve It. Again, here we're scrolling down to get some real estate on my MacBook because it is a small screen, because it is a laptop. So load puzzle image. Again, just this simple with these PNGs that we picked up. Go ahead, select that PNG. That rabbit will come in there. What we'll need to do here is zoom this rabbit in to match the grid. Here you can change the grid size, for example, 7. Make it a little smaller there because the rabbit is taller than it is wide. And then simply hit generate. And you can see there it made the pieces. Of course, then if you want to random angle those and shuffle them to make the cutout image, you can see sometimes these drop off the canvas, but it's just a simple matter of bringing it back into the canvas here. And then those are the pieces for the cutout. And of course, if you want to do that again, you could always change this and make it exactly the way you want it just by simply reloading it. Click Open. This also has an outline feature, so you could bring this rabbit in and you could actually put an outline, say a black outline, and then generate. And then what you're going to see there is it's created squares around each one. And of course, there's empty squares here because those were in the grid and there was no rabbit in that grid. So you could either take those off the grid or just redo the puzzle. Again, it's just simple as going new puzzle. And then again, you have the image here that could be the place where they paste it in as the example page, as the picture on the example. And then you could have the pieces they cut out, and then they cut these pieces out with scissors, and then they paste it on this page. Again, an additional activity. And then to search it, find it, you go back to Puzzle Publishers again, and that is here in the software. Along with all the other softwares, Search It, Find It, Simply Cutout Crazy, Simply Maze Crazy, Word Search Crazy, Graphical Search Crazy, Dot to Dot Crazy, Daisy Editor, Crazy Hangman Builder, Robot Crazy Builder, Mandela Crazy, Crazy Stretcher Pocket Edition, and Print It, Cut It, Solve It. And again, Puzzle Publishers under Software created all these different activities that I put together here in Canva. And again, just like this book, Color by Number for Kids activity book, you're looking at 50 animal themed coloring pages or activity pages, where again, they added that black page, where again, if you take a look inside of this book, this is called a Color by Number for Kids book. And then they also call it an activity book. But the only activity in this book is to read these darkened pages that are the black pages that are on the back side of each one of these coloring pages. But if you go back to the search results, you can see again BSR 2,325, and then you have the other ones, Animals Color by Numbers for ages 4 to 8, a color by numbering book, and an Acute Animals Color by Number coloring book for kids ages 4 to 8. And then if you scroll down the page, you're going to see there's tons and tons of these color by number books. And of course, if you make it unique, like we talked about here, and keep doing your research, you can definitely create something that is going to sell. And when you have the tools, like here inside of Puzzle Publishers, to create the activities, and you take a look at getting some images like these 90 studio quality done for you coloring pages here, where you get module 1, the coloring pages here, which are done for you color by numbers, module 2, the SVG and JPEG files, and of course the PNG images that we used inside of Puzzle Publishers to create all those activities. And you'll also get module 4, which is a front and back color by number book cover with commercial license that comes in PowerPoint and JPEGs. And then of course you could edit these as you see fit. And currently right now, as of the shooting of this video, October 18th, 2021, this is on sale for $17.12. You can see the regular price that this will go up to if you miss this sale. Still a great deal, even for $47, to get all these PNG images that you can then customize to create all different types of activities inside of Puzzle Publishers, to create pages just like the activities that you see here that I created rather easily and quickly. Again, link in the description for both these images and Puzzle Publishers. Check them out. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Typewriter here in the middle of the screen. Click that typewriter, subscribe to the channel. More awesome videos, just like the one you see right here on the screen. Click it, watch it. I look forward to seeing that video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.